Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. I stepped forward, and said, here I am. Well, you weren't with that many Americans. You didn't work with the American Army. You worked with the indigenous people. Indigenous means the people that live there. I didn't know that much Vietnamese. They talked their own language. Montagnard had a different language. There was Montagnards and there was Vietnamese, and they didn't get along. The Vietnamese looked down on the Montagnards, and they were half-hearted. They put up with us, the Americans, but their heart was not in the war, because they were fighting against their brothers. They were fighting against North Vietnam. That's their brothers. A lot of them were women. A lot of the Viet Cong were women. But you see, it was like a civil war. Like we had a civil war, 1865. It was North against South. We gathered the information, and they saw fit to do what they wanted with it. They could ignore it, or they could act on it. Most of the time they did. They valued our observations. Vietnam is a jungle. We crossed rivers up to our chin in water. You had to hold the M16 above your head. All you had is a backpack and a radio. You crossed rivers, creeks, and streams, and you'd walk 10 miles a day. It was nothing. It was a lost cause because we couldn't establish a front. As they lost people, they would send more down the Ho Chi Minh Trail to replace it and replace it. And there was no end. You couldn't kill everybody. There was no end to the supply of people that they would send.
How many tours did you do with them?
Only one tour. But I was wounded with a mortar attack. So I spent only 8 months there. So they gave me a Purple Heart. Two of my best friends were killed. It's not an experience that you cherish or want to remember. It's something you probably like to forget. But it's an experience, and I lived through it. That's all. It was just an experience. It's a lost cause. A lost cause. We should have never been there. We took on something that we weren't prepared for.